I'm Rebecca from the Glitch Stitchery. For this month's Sips and Stitches, I'm going to be designing a sweater, which will not be finished in this video, just to be clear, because that is asking a lot of me. But this video will have 2 box openings. So first, we're going to have a box opening from Bones Coffee Company. So that is one that me and Mike have wanted to try for a while. So once that comes in, we'll open it up, we'll try at least 2 of the coffees. It's going to take some time to work through all of them because I ordered 6 flavors, I think. Yeah, at least 6. And then there should be a surprise gift in the box as well, which might be a 7th flavor of coffee. We'll find out. So we have that coming. Then we have a mega box from Darn Good Yarn. I am so excited. But basically, I made a major weight loss goal. So I'm going to be making a sweater as a reward for myself. I have like a list of reward tiers and I'm at the sweater tier. So, I'm going to be designing the sweater. I'm going to be doing some stitch tests on the yarn just to see what it looks like in different stitches. Those 2 things are what's going to happen in this video. The actual making of the sweater will not be in this video, just to be clear. So, just recap. Box opening, coffee, and drinking coffee. Massive Darn Good Yarn box opening. Stitch tests. Talking about designing the sweater. Probably more stitch tests. And then we'll finish up with just discussing what we liked for the coffee and what we liked for the yarn and all that good stuff. So this is probably about a week's work for me. So I guess without further ado, let's get started. All right, so our order from the Bones Coffee Company arrived. We chose to order from this one specifically because it had been on our list for a while, and they had a sale where you got a discount and then you also got a free gift. I have no idea what it's going to be. I just thought it would be fun. When I was reading the comments, it said that the last time they did that kind of deal, most people got either stickers or a sample of a different type of coffee. So I mean, I'd be happy with either of that. Yeah. But it could be something bigger. I don't think it'll be too big just because of the size of the box. But let's see what we got. Let's cut this open.
Maybe it's a little skeleton because it's got the company or something.
Well, I know their logo is like a skull as a coffee cup.
Pretty. I like it.
Well, here's a sticker.
Ooh, I like the sticker.
Skeleton drinking coffee. Alright, so for coffee, we've got Sumatra.
That's cool. I like
it. It is cool. Kenya. I like all these pictures. Costa Rica.
Colombia.
Guatemala. This one must be the gift, because I didn't order this one. We got a sample of salted caramel.
Well, they did person on it.
Well, yeah, it's that meme where they're sprinkling salt. You might not know what that is.
No.
And then for me, I ordered Mint Invaders from Chocolate Space, and it has like aliens, and it's my favorite color. And also I love mint, so this is just perfect. Oh, there's another sticker.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same one, but there's 2.
Ooh.
We each get one.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be fun. Which one do you want to try first, Mike?
Oh, the hole. Oh, there it is.
Also, the packaging matches my shirt.
Ooh, that smells good.
It does smell good.
Try this one. Try that. See what Guatemala smells like.
I'm pretty sure I want to try the mint one. Do you want to set up the cold brew for this one so we can drink it tomorrow?
Yeah, good.
Alright, so I'm going to get this set up and we will get back to you once we've tried it. Alright, so the Darn Good Yarn box came and it is massive. I keep trying to get a grip on it and it just falls out of my hands. This is the largest package I've ever gotten from them, which I guess isn't that surprising. I don't order that often, but this is big. And it is pretty late at night, so hopefully the lighting is okay. I didn't want to wait until morning, so I'm going to cut this open. It opens sideways instead of across, so I think there's just the 2 sides to cut. Yeah, that looks right. Let's see if I can open this without dropping it. What's this one? Folds that way. And this this one. Oh, okay, it's taped again. There we go. Got it. And got it. And oh, okay. How do I begin? There's boxes within boxes here. I'm gonna try to figure that out in a minute. So I got a teal colored box, a pink colored box, and a purple colored box. Looking at them, I'm assuming that one box is okay. You'll see in a minute. Alright, so we've got the color pack, which came open, so a couple colors fell out. I think that's right. So this is a 12 pack of different solid colors of the silk roving. So some of those are going to go into my current pin loom project, but I'm going to set this aside for now. And then I got the 3-pack of the herbal dyed silky wool plied yarn. So we got the 3 colors. I'm going to be doing a weaving project with these soon, although I'm still working out the details. You shall see. So that's coming up soon. Set those aside. Alright, the only thing left in the box after that is business card thingies. So we're going to put the box down and work on opening the smaller boxes. Alright, we'll save the purple one for last. Because what I did was I ordered a multiple skein pack of Phenomena. I think that was what it's called. Phenomena worsted weight silk roving. And a massive pack of the sparkly blue silk. And then the purple one should be the surprise one. So I don't actually know what's in that one. So where did my box cutter go? There it is. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. I have never ordered this much at a time before, but it would make sense. Alright, so this one is all Phenomena. Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yep. And there is, I believe, 20 skeins in here. 24 maybe. I will count them all when I finish opening, but they're packed in here so tight. I'm concerned if I start taking them out, they will not go back in. So, big, massive pack of Phenomena. Alright, this one should probably be the blue sparkle silk. It makes sense that they color coded. Yes, it is. This one's gorgeous. So it's like a night sky. I love this. It's very soft. So it's called Classic Blue. I'm not sure whether I'm making a sweater out of Classic Blue or Phenomena yet. Or possibly a mix of both, because I think they do look good together. That's one of the things we're going to be experimenting with the stitch test, just to see how it looks in multiple colors and single colors, and how it drapes, because it should be pretty drapey. Silk's pretty drapey. Alright, so that one's done. And finally, the surprise package. When you add stuff to your cart, sometimes you get to add one of these. And I got two this time. It's been a while since I got one of these. Alright, what do you got for me? You've got sample card, purple indigo. So we got some fabric. I guess we'll put them this way. And we got DIY Pom-Pom Kit. I am curious what's in there. Is there an easy way to open it? I guess the bottom is the easiest. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. That's sewing needles and the... Oh, that's weird. It's just little bits of... I guess you wrap the... There's gotta be instructions. I'm very confused. Alright. Faux fur, white sphere, snap fastener, needle, thread, insert, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, it's exactly what I thought. You sew the faux fur around the white sphere and sew a snap to it. Interesting. I've never made my own pom-pom before. I didn't know people did that. We've got a fox amigurumi set. It has both a knitting and a crochet pattern in here. It doesn't show a picture of the knit one, it only shows the crochet. I might try knitting it, just because I haven't actually done any knit plushies yet, and that could be interesting. And we've got this elephant pouch. And a rainbow tassel keychain. This is really heavy to actually be a keychain. Like, I think this would drag my pockets down. Anyway. And we've got two skeins of sport weight silk yarn in Spring Garden. That one's actually really pretty. I like this one. And we've got two skeins of Cupid's Arrow. I have more of this actually. I have a lot of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I always love it. It's very pretty. It's the hot pink and then it has like the blue purple bits. And then DK Weight Herbal Dye Yarn Sampler Pack for color work. That's different. Little tiny bits. And there's still two more things in here. Wow. Okay. Safety stitch markers. Oh, actually, there's more stuff. There's a pin. It's upside down in there, but it's a sheep with yarn balls. I really like this. And oh yeah, this is what I thought. I have so many of these. Because every time I order a surprise box, I get a box of safety pin. They're like the plastic safety pin stitch markers. So I have like thousands. I'll have to give them away to people eventually. And finally, the last thing in here is another box. Oh wait, no, there is one more thing. The box never ends. Okay, we've got a llama keychain. Oh, that's adorable. I really like this. I love keychains. Okay. Oh, it's not taped. And ooh, that's really pretty. So we've got two more skeins of the Darn Good Twist Sport Weight Silk Yarn, this time in Crisp Morning Air. That's gorgeous. Wonder what it would look like with the other two. Okay, let me see if I can reach them. Okay, one of them fell, so I can't reach it, but I can get this one out. That might work, but I think I would need a solid color to even it out. I'll think about it. But I do really like these twisted ones. I think they're a 2-ply. Let's see, 2-ply or 3-ply? 2-ply. Yeah, I might have to buy more of this stuff. I like it. Alright, so I am going to get everything set up for me to work on the stitch tests, which is not going to be tonight because it's already a bit late at night for me. It's getting towards bedtime. But I really enjoyed opening this package, so I hope you enjoy it too. I am not affiliated with Darn Good Yarn. I just really like their products. I love silk yarn, so so I'm going to get everything set up for the stitch test, and I will see you in the morning. Alright, so I am all ready for the stitch test. I'm just going to, okay, there we go. Now you can see me a little better. There we go. Alright, so I did take apart one of the boxes, and I was right. It was 24 skeins of Phenomena and 24 skeins of Classic Blue. So that's 48 skeins total. That is a lot. The 24 skeins alone is 1,800 yards. So I have 1,800 yards of both colors. Now I am going to use one of each for sampling, but I'm definitely going to have some yarn left at the end, especially if I decide to do a striped sweater or something with color work. So I have 2 of them ready for sampling, and I tried to choose one of the Phenomena that was best representative of the color as a whole. Every skein of it is a little different. These are all pretty much the same. So far I've been doing the Tunisian test because I made a list of different stitches that I could potentially like a sweater out of. Now Tunisian brick stitch and Tunisian simple stitch are basically the same stitch. It's just Tunisian simple stitch is one color, while Tunisian brick stitch is alternating the colors in a specific way to make little boxes. And the issue with that is that the color Phenomena is a little too busy, so it doesn't actually work the way I would like it to with Tunisian brick stitch. You can't tell it's a brick stitch because it just kind of fades into the Phenomena color. So we're not going to do that one. I am still working on the simple stitch. Now so far I would say that my first impression is that the silk has no stretch. I already knew that that was likely. Silk pretty much never has any stretch. That said, I'm going to have to keep that in mind when I'm making the sweater. What I'm trying to do is make a sweater that at this stage is relatively fitted, but then when I reach my goal weight will be loose but still look good. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line there. Like right now it has to be reasonably tight, and then down the road it'll be loose but not ugly loose. I'm trying to explain this, but I'm not sure that I'm doing a very good job. So I have my computer open here so I can look up stitches and see what I'm doing and just make sure I'm doing them right. And I have my notebook in front of me. It's the notebook I use for all of my pattern planning. Originally I was going to do a already written pattern, and I had picked out a couple, and I will link to them in the description because they are really nice patterns and they're free, so if you want to try that, that'd be nice. But the stitches they're made of don't really look good with these 2 yarns specifically, so they'd look better in something else. I'm going to save the patterns. I have a lot of yarn set aside for sweaters, so they will be made eventually, just not out of this. So, ideally, sweater will be made in the round. Sweater will be made in as few pieces as possible because I'm lazy and hate stitching things together. It's the worst. And having played with it, I don't think it's going to be a Tunisian sweater. It's going to be crocheted. It just doesn't have the right texture, I think, to work well with Tunisian crochet. Or at least for this project. For something else, I'm sure it would work great, just this project specifically. So I'm going to switch to just a normal hook. I would go grab my nice hooks, but then I'd have to turn off the camera and go get them, and I'm not doing that. So, on my list are crochet linen stitch, crochet extended linen stitch, and crochet V-stitch. Now, we did a whole video on linen stitch, also known as moss stitch, and I will link to that. The extended linen stitch for crochet is just using a half double crochet instead of a single crochet in the areas where you would single crochet. Now a V-stitch, when I do it, there are many different ones, but my V-stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then the next stitch goes in the chain 1 spot and they just stack like V's. Now if you do that in 2 colors, it ends up being kind of a chevron look, which is pretty cool. I'm just not sure how it would work for fabric for a larger piece. I've only done it for blankets and scarves, but for a fitted sweater, I'm not really certain how it would interact. So I'm going to work up these samples all in one long piece, sort of like a scarf, and I will get back to you in a few minutes. So after working through my list of stitches, which wasn't very long anyway, I'm not really happy with any of them. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So these bottom ones are the Tunisian. I'm definitely not doing that because it's really stiff. And I know if I'm working in the round, it's going to be a very tight, stiff fabric, which could be a good thing for other projects, but it's not what I'm looking for right now. So right here, we have the moss stitch / linen stitch. And it's decent. I don't mind it, but I don't know, it's just not what I'm looking for. And then the extended moss stitch has a lot of holes in it, and it'll drape a lot, I can tell. And then the V stitch has even more holes and like no structural integrity. So I'm gonna try a few more things. And what I did was I pulled out my stitch guide. So this one is the Complete Photo Guide to Crochet by Hubert. Where's the name on this? Well, I'll find the name of the author and put it in the description along with the name of the book. But what I do when I'm stuck and I'm designing a project like this is I'll just start flipping through and see if there's any pictures that scream out to me, yeah, this could work, you know? So if I go through, I'm thinking what I'm gonna need to do is do a couple different stitches in a pattern in such a way so as to give it structural integrity but also not be too tight. So I'm thinking some combination of front post, like this actually. I don't know if you can see it. This one is front post double crochet and then shells in between. So maybe something like that. I've seen people use that for cotton and it seems to hold up pretty well. And cotton and silk have similar-ish properties. So that's one idea. I don't know, it's weird just flipping through this on camera, but I'm hoping that something will just jump out. And I mean, there's different types of chevrons that could work too. There's one in here that's like a chevron, but with half double crochet, and you're doing it in the back 2 loops of the half double crochet, so you get ridges. And that could look really cool, but it would only work for the body of the sweater. I would have to do something different for the yoke and the sleeves. But that is an option. There's just so many crochet stitches, and obviously if you're watching my channel, you probably know that, because you probably are a crocheter, or weaver, or spinner, or something. There's just a never-ending number to look through to try to figure out what I want. I'm not doing cabling. That's kind of cool. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes when you're trying to design a specific object, but you're not exactly sure what direction you want to go with it. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's sort of like trying to paint without a reference photo, or actually that's a pretty good description. I'm gonna stick with that. I've done that and never ends well for me. Oh, they even have a Tunisian crochet section in the back. I clearly have not spent much time with this book. I've owned this book. This is the first crochet book I bought. I usually don't look through it that often though, because for the most part I'm following video tutorials. There are a couple channels in particular that tend to have some really nice textured stitch tutorials, and I have so much stuff to link to in the bottom. I guess I can link to those too though. It makes sense. So I'm going to work up a sample where it's going to be 2 front post double crochet, a shell, 2 front post double crochet. I'm just not sure how it'll look in 2 colors. That's the only thing kind of, I don't know. I do know a pretty cool way to make that expand if I wanted to do a more structured sweater. Well, I'm getting all these ideas. This is good. This is what we want for this type of project. We want ideas. So I'm gonna go back into time lapse. I'm gonna work on the swatch again and see if that's how I actually want to go. And then we will come back and finish off this video. So I will be back. Alright, so I finished my swatch, and I do think that this is the pattern I'm going to go with. So it's this top part here. The front post give it enough stability so it doesn't stretch out of shape, but then the shells keep it from being too tight. So I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to go with. So the next step would be to use the size of that sample to figure out the gauge, and then from the gauge figure out how many stitches to cast on for the sweater, etc, etc, etc. So I have all my math over here. I am going to be working on that. That is a whole separate topic though. So I'm going to be finishing up this video here. We did try 3 of the coffees so far. So we had the Guatemalan first. That one we drip brewed. Yeah, drip brew. So that one was okay. I don't mind it. We did the Costa Rican. I cold brewed that one. It had kind of like a burnt caramel flavor. I actually really liked it. I like the Costa Rican one. And then, well, it was the one in between, like the middle one we tried.
Oh yeah.
And then we've done the Mint Invaders twice. So I did a cold brew of that first, which was chocolatey, but not very minty. And then today I did a drip brew, and it was much stronger all around. He didn't get to try very much of it though, because my sister drank half the pot. So it was good though. It was very good.
Yeah, tastes good.
What you got was good. So anyway, we're going to continue working through the rest of the coffees that we got. And I'm going to get started on the sweater. You can expect pictures of it on Instagram as I work on it. So thank you so much for sticking with me for this very long, kind of rambly video. And I hope I'll see you again soon. See ya! If you like my work and would like to see more, please follow the links in the description below to my Instagram and blog, or show your support by buying me a coffee. Most of all, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.